Okay, so this is a walkthrough of the template that I have released. This is the empty version of the template. The most important part of this is that you have to get signed up for Wowhead. This may work with 60 upgrades or whatever, but I do it off of Wowhead. Wowhead's super easy. You sign up, you log in, you download the Wowhead app, which looks like this, the Wowhead client app. Every now and again, you hit upload, and it should automatically upload your characters. If it does not upload manually or does not automatically upload, you can manually update it. Anyways, so within Wowhead, once you're signed up, once you have the app, um, under tools, there's gear planner. So if you go to the gear planner, it will should automatically import your character. If you go to import and you pick your character, it's like Catform Steve is here, but I want to pick Goatman Steve. Now, Goatman Steve is not correct. For whatever reason, I can't get it to update us automatically here. I'm not really sure why. However, I can just update it real fast, super easy. Like my Trial Fire trousers, those are gone. Those are actually, let me fix this here. Trial Fire trousers out of phase 2. They are Cataclysm leggings, which I have the Ellie ones, right? Cataclysm leggings. I replaced my green cloak. I'm going to replace that with the cloak off of Kael'thas, which is Royal Cloak of the Sunstriders. It's still unenchanted. And then Honor Shield, I replaced that with Fathom Stone. So I'm just going to update it myself real fast. Super easy to do. Everything else should be correct with how it is. Now, once you've done that, once your gear is set up how you like it, your enchants are right, your gems are right, you have to select your weight scale before you can move on. So set your phase. We're in phase 2 right now. The reason why this changes is because your weight scale changes as the phases go on, right? So phase 2, the weight scale for elementals, how I want it, you know, a spell crit is worth about 4 times as much as int. Spell damage is worth more than spell crit, but it's the same as nature spell power. Mono regen's worth something, but not much. Yada yada yada, right? So this is what my gear looks like. I can go through each individual piece of gear. I can look at them, click on my Cyclone face mask, or my Cyclone face guard here. I can sort by score, and it will tell me that these 3 goggles are my best in slot. It also shows me what the score of my Cyclone face guard is here. It'll also show me the score of what items they are. It'll show me where they come from. Okay, so this is where it gets intense. So on the spreadsheet here, it starts out blank and it starts out looking like this. I will share this as a template. Your job is to fill in the information. So you can fill in as much or as little as you want. I do it easy and light, right? So I fill out T4 helm. That's it. I don't need to know any more information. The points, I manually fill out the points. My Cyclone face guard is worth 216.482. So I come back over, 216.482. Perfect. Done. Now, my best upgrade, I go off of attainable upgrades. I'm probably not going to get Doomlord Kazakh kill, so I don't have to plan for any of those. I don't have to get I'm not going to get enchant or tailoring, so I'm not going to care about belt of blasting or anything like that, right? So I'm going to go with the T5 helm. My upgrade 1 is T5 helm, right? I decide what points it is. So it says here T5 helm is 239.012 points. 239.012 points. That tells me that it is a 22 point upgrade and it's 10.41% better. Take that with a grain of salt because it also tells me that, I have the best glyph here. If I go up to enchants, it says I have the best glyph for this. For meta sockets, I'm using this with the Chaotic Skyfire Diamond. It wants me to use the Imbued Unstable Diamond. Chaotic Skyfire is definitely better. It's just changing how it works. It's because of the weight scale. It's just a little bit messed up on the what meta is better, right? And then for yellow socket, it's saying just go ahead and slam a Don Julio's heart in there because it's better. These are minor changes, right? But once you go through and you input your gear manually, so like for my legs, I'm using Cataclysm, which is T5, so I would just enter that in as T5 legs. I select my legs. It tells me that my T5 legs are worth, over here, are worth 142.222. My upgrade is the Spell Strike pants. Spell Strike. That is worth 145.396. Once I click off, that means that Spell Strike from T5 to Spell Strike is a 2.23%. So that means no sense in investing in Spell Strike right now. Leggings of the Seventh Circle, I could pop that in as a 160.929, and it would show me what the upgrade is. It would be something like 18%, right? Or 12%. Now, I'm not going to do that because I'm not killing Doomlord Kazakh anytime soon. Okay, so over here you see I just manually enter these in. Once I entered in all my gear here, I went through and I added, just started putting in the point values, putting in the upgrades. It ended up looking like this. Once it looked like this, I can now look and see, hey, my T4 helm, it's worth this many points. Its upgrade, best upgrade is the T5 helm, which is worth this many points. That's the percentage change. I can't sort on this. I'll figure that out later. I can't how to make this sortable, but I can now look and say, hey, look, I've got a 25% upgrade to upgrade from the Prince neck to the KT neck. I can look at this and say I have a 22% upgrade to upgrade from Nether Strike to Alar bracers, 40% upgrade to upgrade from Nether Strike to Belt of Blasting. Now, Belt of Blasting's expensive, maybe worth it. The Girdle of Ruination. I don't know what the Girdle of Ruination is worth, but if I scroll over here, the Girdle of Ruination is a 25% upgrade. If I come over here to Belt of Screaming Terror, which is off Lurker, that's a 14% upgrade. Now, there's some funky stuff that starts happening towards the bottom because of how weapons work. With weapons, they add up your point value for your main hand and your offhand. So if I wanted to go and kill Doomlord Kazakh and get 10 upgrade Talon to Talent, it would be an 8-point bonus. It would be from 340 to 348. That's a 2.21 bonus. Down here below, I have implemented how to change from offhand main hand combo to a two-hand, and then a two-hand to an offhand main hand combo. Okay, essentially it works out the exact same way. You fill it in. Down here is a little less intuitive. But if you notice, if I were to go from Mind Stone and Fathom Stone to Nexus Key, it's a 2.29% upgrade, which is 9 points. So essentially, my Nexus Key upgrade would be worth about double Dream Crystal to Vash Ring, right? So there is, you can look at the points, you can look at percentages. Clearly, I can see from this that my most important things are my neck. I need to upgrade that neck. It's a big point, it's a big percentage. My helm's important, it's a big point, it's an okay percentage. You can sort by points, you can sort by percentages, whichever, but I'll tell you, I will probably, after looking at this, go and invest in Belt of Blasting. Go save up some gold and get Belt of Blasting because it's a 40% upgrade, 40 points. If I go and get the Belt of Screaming Terrors, it's 14%. Oh, it didn't calculate a point change there. I'll get that updated. Anyways, that's how simple this is. The hardest part of this is getting set up on the WoW head thing. I went through the first time and I manually upgraded or manually input all of Goatman's gear, doing the exact same thing. It was a pain in the butt. I logged out, logged back in a few days later, and all of a sudden this import button had popped up. I don't know how to force this to upgrade here, but now that I've done this, look at that, it's already changed its way back. So good luck. I'm not really sure how to force this to update every single time. Maybe it has something to do with when I restart my computer because I never restart my computer. I'm going to share this empty upgrade template after I delete this information. I'm going to share this empty upgrade template as editable so someone can go and make a copy of it. If you guys have any questions, hit me up on Discord. Okay, thanks. Bye.